Hello, and happy October. I am Tamara with Lucha Bianca Sound Healing and Meditation and Magic and Tarot and Oracle and Crystal Therapy and everything in between. I feel like I need to revamp my name a little bit. So welcome to October. I am sharing with you a message for this month from an Oracle card reading that I've done just for the collective, just to see how the energy for October will play out. So let's just start getting right into the reading and see what we can expect in October. So this oracle is The Magic of You by Fiona Horn. And it is an absolutely beautiful oracle deck. I will also put a link in the description if you want to check it out and get a deck for yourself. It is beautifully illustrated and the messages are absolutely on point and they hit hard. So let's go ahead and get started. So this oracle deck is known for particularly unlocking hidden truths being inside of us. So this is a very direct oracle, direct message, really shining light on the shadows. And for October, I felt called to pull 4 cards from this oracle deck. The first card is Ubuntu, Compassion for Others. So I'll give you a moment to really contemplate this picture. As you can see, there is a leaf piercing the girl's eye, and there's just water droplets, representation of a tear. So it's a very direct, very powerful image. Compassion for Others being the first card for October energy. I think it's important that as there's a lot, right? There's a lot going on in our own lives right now. I feel like we're all transitioning, shifting. Many of us are feeling burdened, unsure. There's just a lot of energy that is swirling around us, and it's a little bit unstable, or it feels a little bit chaotic. I know for myself, I've been feeling that a lot recently. While all of this is happening, it is really easy to lose focus on others, to kind of feel more detached and maybe not really understanding someone else's journey, because our own right now is just so chaotic and so hectic. So this card is a reminder that we should make time to check in, to show interest in certain relationships and in certain people's journeys, and kind of see it from their perspective. Now, when this card comes out, I always like to remind everyone that it's not about you not being compassionate enough, or you being, just selfish and arrogant and don't care about anyone else. This is a reminder that we can always learn from other people's journeys. So there's other people in our lives and they're all walking their individual path. And that is their path. That is their journey. And we're taking our own path. We're taking our own adventure and figuring things out. But we are put on this earth as a community, as a tribe. So it is important to also see what we can learn from someone else's journey. So instead of looking at someone's situation and feeling like, oh, that would never apply to me, that makes no sense to me, I don't even know, why they're doing that, and they got themselves in this situation. If we can just drop that judgment and maybe trying to see it from the perspective of the divine, of a higher vibration, and seeing what can we learn from the situation, it is giving us an opportunity to maybe help them out. I am a strong believer that, people have to help themselves and have to want change, but there's got to be a balance in that. So with this card, we are encouraged to look at other people and see what we can glean from their own experience and how we can be present in their journey. Another important perspective coming from this card is that because we are feeling a little chaotic and things have been transitioning so much, it might not be a bad idea to volunteer our time for some causes in our community that allow us to put a little pause on what's going on in our lives and donate some of our time and talents and energy for causes that maybe allow us to be reflective in a different way, making us feel good in a different way. Sometimes we focus so much on our own transitions and our own happenings that we're embodying so much of that energy that if we could only step out and do something for someone else, we may end up getting the answers for our own situation, because we're now spending our energy and our time doing something good for someone else, you know? So I hope that makes sense. It's being able to be of service to others, which in turn will allow the energy to flow a little bit more freely and clearly for our own lives. And, you know, when they say, if you're working on a problem, or, you know, I remember in school when I was trying to do a math problem and it was just too complicated and I'm spending an hour just like going over it and over and over it and it's just not making sense. I can't work it out. And the teacher would say, step away, go do something different, walk away from the problem, go watch maybe TV for 20 minutes, or go take a walk, or go and get a snack, or play with a pet, and go back to it later with refreshed eyes and refreshed mind. I really see this card as an opportunity for us to do that. Just walking away, not hiding from our own situation, but just spending energy doing something else for someone else, and then returning to ourselves with a different perspective. The next card from this oracle for October is Panacea. There is a solution for every problem. So I really love this card, and I'm trying to put it into focus. There we go. So we can see floating feet, and one foot has a rope and a weight, and then the other foot has a snake wrapped around it. So Panacea is a card that shows up when we're facing with a problem or a hardship or a challenge that we're trying to find a solution to, and we may be struggling with it. And it's a reminder that there is a solution for every single problem that we face. Every single challenge in our life is not wasted, and there's always a solution. A lot of times we have to think outside of the box to find that solution, or a lot of times it is a very easy solution sitting right in front of us and we don't even realize it. I see this card as, you know, yeah, one foot may be chained to the ground, one foot may be weighted down and bound and, you know, by the situation and the challenge, but there is a snake on the other foot. The snake is a representation of rebirth and re-empowerment. So what's stopping us from cutting that rope, from getting loose from that rope, untying that knot? A lot of times we hold the answer to that solution. It's just that we are looking at it as a, you know, an entire field of problems and obstacles, when it's just a single tree, it's just a single branch, and all we have to do is just focus on that one thing and perhaps even solve our own problems, because we do have that answer inside of us. Panacea also shows up when transformation is happening or about to happen, and it is a huge time of rebirth, and we may feel weighted down, we may feel limited, but this is the time to break against those binds and remember that transformation is inevitable. It is our birthright, and we can make it happen. There is always a solution, and there's always a way to transform into a higher self and make any situation better. So you can also see there's some indigo blue flowers right here, which is a representation and a symbol of wisdom. So we are born with wisdom and the power to tap inside and find solutions. But over time, as we grow up and we're getting molded by society and beliefs and expectations, we forget that that wisdom resides inside of us. So this is a reminder not to set limitations for yourself, or do not believe limitations that have been set for yourself by others. Tap within that wisdom within and untie that knot that weighs you down. Untie your own knot and make things happen. The third card from this oracle is Orenda. Honor your mystical creative force. So this is a card that you can look at for quite a while and try to read all of the details. There is a snake. There's some blood flow. There is a woman who resembles a goddess sitting there offering some of herself, as there is the faint moonlight in the background. So this is a beautiful image. It's always hard to get things to focus on camera. So this card is really the representation of the goddess and her creation, her power to create, that mystical life force of being able to create. So this is the representation of this card is pretty much maiden to crone, that female power, that female divinity, and to honor the sacred womb, which creates so much, and the blood flow and the strength and life force that flows through all of us because of that original creative force. This card asks us to notice our own power of creation. So just like in this card, she is meditating and she's offering some of herself and, her own blood flow and her own understanding of her female force. And again, that snake power of rebirth and transformation, which is a big theme, not only this month, but I feel like the entire year has been a theme of transformation and rebirth. But this is a call for us to tap into our own power of creation. What are we responsible for creating in our lives? And what are we powerful enough to transform and bring forth? So this card also comes out for the meaning of fertility. So if you are watching this video and you have been struggling with fertility or wanting to start a family, this is usually a really good omen for that. But also for everyone else, everyone included, whether you want to start a family or not, this is a card of cycle and transformation. We know that no matter your gender, everyone has feminine and masculine powers within us. And this is very much focused on that feminine power. So no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, this is a huge call to check on the cycles of your life and tap into the divine feminine and seeing what you can create. So the theme so far with these three cards is being able to see things from a higher perspective, from a more compassionate perspective, and understanding that everything happens for a reason. Everything is a cycle. There's a solution for everything. There is a purpose for everything. There is a season for everything. And as a last note about this card, because it does reflect on cycles and seasons and, the changes going from maiden to crone, from young to older, we are constantly changing, constantly evolving and getting older and learning new things. Every single phase, every single season of our life is to be cherished and nurtured and enjoyed. This is the beauty of our human experience here on Earth. We get to experience and evolve, and we should honor and love and cherish every single phase of our life, every cycle. So I know for me, this card is very timely because I am kind of going a weird life mindset shift. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. And it is a good reminder for me not to get so stuck on the past and so stuck in the future. Enjoy the present. Enjoy what you are given today and honor it for what it is. And we come finally to the last card for our oracle reading. And it's Eunoia, everything in perfect balance. So this is a really powerful card. In traditional tarot, the death card is the sister card. So this does represent endings. This does represent mortality. It represents understanding that everything is about balance. There is light and darkness. There's birth and death. There is hot and cold. There is a cycle for everything, which is what we've been talking about so far. And with this card, it is understanding and accepting and loving the end of things. So a lot of people, when they pull the death card in tarot, they freak out and they don't quite grasp that it's not a bad card. It's not about something dying and you know, it's like a prophecy of doom or anything like that. There is beauty in things coming to an end, because when things end, new things can be reborn and a new cycle starts again. Just like the girl in this card, on this card, has a crown of leaves and thorns, it is understanding that life has both pleasure and pain, and that's what makes it beautiful, and that's what makes us appreciate all the aspects of life. When this card appears, it is usually a strong symbol of things ending. It can be anything. So I invite all of us to meditate on this and see what in our life is coming to an end, and if we are fighting it, if we are upset about it, what is this thing that is coming to an end? What cycle are we completing? And it is a good idea to turn it into a positive. What is something new that can come out? What can be born after this ending? This card, like I said, it is about checking in with our own mortality, and it's healthy to do that. A lot of times people don't like to talk or think about the end of our lives, but I think it's important to look at it from a positive perspective, as in, what do we believe about that? What do we believe about our mortality or immortality? What connects us to spirit? What divine belief do we have? And whatever we tap into, you know, we can find love and beauty in that, knowing that there is something more. There is a new rebirth after that. And it's an endless cycle that basically allows us to continue our spiritual journey. Like, even when our physical body is no longer, our spirit endures. And so it's a little bit of a heavy topic, but it is coming up, and we might be called to meditate on it and pray on it and see where we stand with that, just to evolve another spiritual side of our journey. Before closing out this video, I want to ask you to stick around for a few seconds, because for the card Orenda that we just recently went over, there is something like a little craft, a little physical thing that we can do to embody the meaning of rebirth and transformation and coming new again. And I made it, and I wanted to share it with you all. It is something that we can wear on our physical body, and it is a very cool thing that we can embody and strand into our own everyday life, as a reminder that we are a creative force and there is blood flow, mystical blood flow throughout all of us. So let me know if you enjoy that and if you like it. Yeah. All right, my friends. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this resonates. Drop some comments. Let me know if any of this really hit home for you. If you have something that you're looking ahead for the month, if something that is sparking your interest in revisiting certain aspects or relationships that are coming to an end, or whatever it is, drop us a note and let us know how this reading felt for you personally. And other than that, make sure to subscribe and share the video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.